From the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. Jesus said to his disciples, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your heavenly Father. For he makes his sun rise on the bad and the good, and causes rain to fall on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what recompense will you have? Do not the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brothers only, what is unusual about that? Do not the pagans do the same? So be perfect, just as your heavenly Father is perfect."
Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. This is the Christian innovation. It is the Christian difference. Pray and love. This is what we must do, and not only with regard to those who love us, not only with regard to our friends or our own people. The love of Jesus knows no boundaries or barriers. The Lord demands of us the courage to have a love that does not count the cost, because the measure of Jesus is love without measure. Love your enemies. We also do well to ask ourselves, what am I really concerned about in this life? About my enemies, or about those who dislike me, or about loving? Do not worry about the malice of others, about those who think ill of you. Instead, begin to disarm your heart out of love for Jesus. For those who love God have no enemies in their hearts. The worship of God is contrary to the culture of hatred, and the culture of hatred is fought by combating the cult of complaint. How many times do we complain about the things that we lack, about the things that go wrong? Jesus knows about all the things that don't work. He knows that there is always going to be someone who dislikes us, or someone who makes our life miserable. All he asks us to do is pray and love.